Welcome to the Eric Avasar Show. We are the champions, champions of Europe, in case you forgot. Liverpool Football Club played Tottenham today for the first time since that unforgettable night in Madrid, with Liverpool winning at Anfield by a 2-1 score margin. Now, Tottenham gave Liverpool a little taste of its own medicine by scoring a goal in the first minute, with Harry Kane doing really well to be in the right place at the right time, pouncing off of Son Heung-min shot that went off the woodwork. It might be a little bit harsh to criticize Virgil van Dijk on this sequence of play, but he could have done better than to just watch the ball there. Now, while the Reds went down early, it was still one of the team's best performances of this season so far. The attack flowed really well, and you could tell Spurs were terrified of the Reds with how many competent and solid attacking players were forced to defend behind the ball, playing way more defensively than perhaps they're used to. So even still, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson push forward frequently as they normally do, with Trent in particular playing exceptionally well with his crosses and the majority of his set-piece deliveries. There were a few, of course, that he got wrong, but Trent is really miles ahead of the pace with the rest of the squad when it comes to his quality from dead balls. And while the Reds went into halftime down 1-0, they remained patient and did not chase the game. Jordan Henderson's equalizer was massive. It was his first goal at Anfield since, believe it or not, December 2015. That's a long time. So it's honestly shocking, really, the more you think about it. And Hendo's goal aside, he wasn't good enough today. And the same can be said for Gini Wijnaldum. After exceptional performances from both Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita against Genk in midweek in the Champions League, I really wanted to see at least one of them start, so it was disappointing in a sense to see Henderson and Gini starting. But hey, they still got the job done, and it's 3 points locked up. So that's all that really matters here. But at the same time, it does really feel like it's time for Klopp to make this Liverpool midfield evolve, get more of an attacking spark, which is not going to come from the likes of Henderson and Wijnaldum, which means it's time to play Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita a lot more often. Another squad selection that concerned me today was Dejan Lovren starting for the second consecutive game over Joe Gomez with Joel Matip out injured. I don't know what's wrong with Joe Gomez, but clearly something's up because he is a way better footballer than Lovren. Lovren's days at Liverpool are numbered, let's be honest. Joe Gomez is the future of Liverpool. Such a bright young talent. Perhaps he has fitness issues. I don't know what's going on, but I am very curious. Now, the two best players today for me were Sadio Mane and Fabinho. Sadio's attacking was so sharp as usual, and his relentless pressing continues to pay ginormous dividends. In this case, it resulted in him getting fouled in the penalty box late in the match to set up Mo Salah's game-winning penalty kick. Mane is just so incredibly consistent with the way he approaches every match. He is just an absolute machine at this point, and I really think he deserves to finish top 3 in the Ballon d'Or voting. Fabinho, what more can you say about him? I mean, what an incredible defender. Everyone already knows that, but the way he really stood out to me today was with his attacking play. His passing was so on point, especially in the final third. He's picking out great passes. He is an underrated dribbler. And I think he's got some shooting magic in his boots as well that Reds fans will see sooner rather than later. So I love the way Fabinho plays. Some people wanted him to pick up a yellow card today so he would get suspended for the match next week against Aston Villa. That way he would be guaranteed to be available for Manchester City in the following Premier League match. But that gives Jurgen Klopp a tough decision because Liverpool cannot afford to be without Fabinho for the Man City match. That is for sure. Now, the Reds back on top, further atop I should say. They were already on top with a 6-point lead It was important to, of course, get another 3 points after the disappointing draw against Manchester United last week. But all in all, a great overall performance from the Reds, and they just keep marching on. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please subscribe to my channel.